new subscribers, and I want to thank all my returning subscribers for being here today. Like I keep saying, you guys are our backbone of our community. We love you all a lot. I just wanted to pop on, do a little chill chat and crochet today. And I'm going to go ahead and get into the chat and read some comments, and we can just chill, chat, and crochet. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Tracy and Tina. Frizzy. And hey, Sam and Amber. Crochet, Coffee, and Cats with Amber. Cindy. Let's keep on scrolling. And Teresa, how are you doing? Thank you. Yeah, I like the pop-ups. It's better for my anxiety. It's just better than having anything scheduled. It's just 100% better for me to do it this way. Hi, Karen. Hi, sweetheart. And Bernice. And Cecilia. Ooh, that just jumped. Make sure I didn't. Okay. It jumped. And hi, Irma. And Samantha. And Fiber Tornado. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you all are. And Krista. And Carmen. And Rachel. Thrifty Crochet. And Margie Arrow Lover. Krista. Christy and Krista. Awesome. Coley. So, I just wanted to chat. You know. Yeah, I was over there and I didn't want to cut into her, but this was scheduled. I didn't. Oh my gosh, I love Andre to death. She's just such a sweetheart. Um, and Krista, Tunisian can be. You got to work through the frustrations. Set it off to the side, come back to it. And you've got to. It's one of those. I don't want to say power through it, but kind of, because you got to start with the base stitches, and I'm redoing those eventually, but we'll get there. Hey, Nikki. Hi, Nessa. So what you see behind me, this right here, is a masterpiece my wonderful husband did. He said that he wanted a cat pattern for family members. And so we came up with a cat pattern. And I'm going to show you what it is. Ha. That's what we came up with. And he did it. It's all in Tunisian. And this is the Big Twist Twinkle in hot pink. This is I want to say it's teal. I'm not 100% positive what colorway this was called, but that's what we came up with. It's two cats, and he worked it up wonderful. Oh. And then of course there's Taz's up. There's the scarf that's going to be coming out this Friday, and then the wrap will come out the Friday after. And right there on Bertha's neck is Taz's dog color. So he's always here with us. And yeah, Sam, they really do. They really do go together. The family that he made that for, they're cat people. So the pattern, there is a pattern, but not a pattern, so to say yet, Krista. We're not sure how we're going to write that pattern up. He's not sure, because I'm believing, that's him. Patterns are him. I'll write them up, and give them to him. But I did get some yarn in. If you saw my Friday live in the yarn studio, I showed off, you know, 2 of the Big Twist Vortex that I had in, and which I saw Sis Andrea was over there showing off too. I have Neon Force. I have 10 of these, and I have 10 more coming. I also have the Birds of Paradise coming, but not here yet. But this is the Big Twist Vortex Neon, I want to say, yeah, Neon Rainforest. And I've got plans for this. Oh my gosh, do I have a lot of plans already. And then I have the Rose Bush. We got more coming. And they are 4 weight. There's 328 yards in this. So they're four weights. They're, you know, Big Twist 4 weights, which is pretty much kind of standard with their 4 weights, unless, like I've noticed, between the skein of a 4 weight, between just a regular skein of 4 weight and their Pound Plus, the Pound Plus is a slightly lighter 4 weight versus what's in their normal skeins. Now, I did place a Hirschner's order. Since Joann's is going, you know, we all know what's happening there. Joann's is going away. We know that. So the Gigabyte blanket I did in Hirschner's. Hey, hey Andrea. Yay, Sailor Raid. So the Gigabyte I did in Hirschner's, and I actually kind of liked it. My main draw to the Hirschner's was the center pull. It's not as soft as Big Twist. Nowhere near as soft. Ow. But it's good. So I went on a little Hirschner spending spree to get some stuff for some upcoming blankets, because the colors that I really wanted in Big Twist, of course, I told people to panic buy, and there's a reason why I'm telling you to panic buy. The colors I wanted were out. I should have said that after I should have got my order before I told people to panic buy. But that's, you know, that's life. So I ordered, there's a blanket I have that I'm going to be doing, not this next blanket, because the current blanket I'm working on, Isa, or Ireland, it's just also like one solid color, and it's going to have a mustard gold border. Anyway, then I'm working on one after that, but the blanket after that is what I've already got the yarn for. Hey, Karen. Hi, Kitra. Hey, Ivy. Hi to everybody that came in. And Denise. And hey, Sunita. So I went and got some Hirschner's. And I have this plan for this blanket in my head that it needed certain colors. And I was able to get, since I told people to panic buy it from Joann's, I didn't place my order first before I said that, which, whatever, you know. So I got Hirschner's Aran. This is the Aran colorway, and these are 489 yards in a ball. And like I said, I love how they have the center pull tabs. That's what I really like. So I got 2 Arans. And the ones I'm showing you right now are all for a blanket. Hi, Laura. Oh, I got to do something. Sorry. That way we can stop the trolls. There we go. I meant to do that. Sorry. I got these. This is Victorian. Wait, is this what it's called? Yeah, Victorian red. I got 4 of these. And they're all 4 weight. They got like, you know, 489 yards in them. So I got 4 of these. I got 2 of the goldenrod. Yeah, 2 of those. 2 of just green. And like I said, you know, they all had that center pull tab, and I just love it. And then, I know it's not gonna show up on camera, but the swatch that I'll do will show up on camera. But in order to get my look, I have to use black. And I got 2 of these. So, you know, it's gonna be a really nice colorful blanket, and it's gonna be good. Now, I did buy a couple packs. I saw this. This is, oh my gosh, what was it called? Beach Days. Their Beach Days pack. You know, it is beautiful, it is bright, and it screams baby blanket to me. So I bought 2 of these. So there's gonna be 2 baby blankets I'm gonna be making. These colors are, oh, I can't even see it because I can't see the colors that are in it, but it's an orange, it's a yellow, a baby blue, and then the variegated has a mix of all of them. And then, just because I have such a wonderful husband who allows me to get this wonderful yarn, I bought 2 of those pit packs. And like I said, since I have such a wonderful husband who helps support me, I bought him 2 packs of the Moroccan colorway, so he can do whatever he wants. And it's got a goldenrod and a very dark cranberry. I forgot this color, green, spruce. And then of course it's got the variegated with all of them in there. And just because I have such a wonderful husband. And so I got him 2, so he can do what he wants to do with it. I'm sorry, when I'm throwing it back in the box. I'm not throwing it on the ground. And then, because Russ over at It's Raining Yarn, he sent me this timeless tweed to see if the wool would bother me. Well, it didn't. So I bought 2 5-packs of the same timeless tweed, and it's in the almond colorway. And Nessa, I tried to look at but it's just the way that they're situated. I didn't, well, except for that one. The others are, I don't feel like, oh, I don't want to open it yet because I'm not ready to use it. Hey, Frizzy. So I bought 2 packs of the timeless tweed because I have it's a combination of a sweater and cardigan that I have in my head that I want to do. Hey, Jess. So I want to be able to do that. Hey, hey, everybody coming in. I'm sorry I have missed so many people coming in. Let me scroll up a little bit. Hi, Ellen. And so, and then if you saw my live on Friday, I got a lucky find again in my clearance section at my Walmart. Hey, Laura. And I saw, look, no hands was here. Hi, sweetheart. And hi, Carrie. I have a short of when they show, like in my clearance section, of all the, what was it called? The Power Flowers from Red Heart. They had a mess ton on clearance. Only at this local Walmart by me. All the other Walmarts didn't have it on clearance. Who knows? So I went back 2 days later and I was like, oh, I'm going to go grab some. Because somebody was asking me. That's in the chat. But they didn't have any more. Somebody bought it all up. And there was a good 30 of each skein. So somebody bought it up, which is fine, you know. But while I was there, I did find something else. They have these, and look at that price. $5. So it was like, oh my gosh. You know, that was cheap. I bought me too because they show up really great under camera. So I'm going to be using those a lot in stitch tutorials because of how small they are. And doing stitch tutorials, the hard part about doing stitch tutorials is finding a yarn that works well with the stitch. So I have to, so when I'm starting, I have to actually, when I'm recording, I work up the stitch, and some yarns, it just does not look good. So I have to undo it, wind it back up. Well, this is going to cut things down big time, being able to use those. And so I'm just, you know, but yeah, I just wanted to, just like I said, pop in, show some yarn. I didn't get I've got more yarn coming on Monday. What's coming on Monday, though, is just the simple stuff. It's 10 more of the rainforest, neon rainforest in the vortex, 10 birds of paradise, 10 chameleon in the menagerie line. These that I have now, I went to the store and they're like, here's a bag, go for it. Okay. Okay, so hi, Nana Michelle. Yeah, Rachel, and that's what I've noticed too is like that kit, $5 at the Walmart by my house, but I go to another Walmart that's 10 minutes away and they're full price still. So I don't know if it's just easier for them to discount it at the store, clearance it at that store instead of moving it from one store to the other. Maybe it's just cheaper on them to do it that route, which is fine and dandy. I mean, I wish I would have thought about it and would have bought the puff power power flowers, because that blue gold, what was the colors again? I have to look at the short. It was like blue. It was blue, gold, white, something like that. That was a really pretty colorway. I could imagine just working it up in something regular. But I'm going to show you how far I've gotten on I can't even pronounce it right. Irish. In the Ireland blanket. It's getting there. I'm about to start my third skein. And it is a curly stitch, or stitch pattern. It is a very, very curly stitch pattern. But it's coming out, and it's working up exactly like I wanted to. There's the smock stitch, simple stitch, knit stitches, and then this is a special stitch that I'll have to teach. And then I'm going to pair it with, I haven't balled up, they're all the same lot, but the mustard, and I think the two colors will go great together. Trying to see what else came in. I did get some other yarns from Big Twist, or from Joann's. I went ahead and I already put those away because they were just the refills. I got more dark teal, a lot more, because I'm going to do a sweater in dark teal with this stitch pattern. And then I grabbed some other colors that we normally would go through, like whites. Try to get us stocked up for a while before we have to start. Hey Amber, before we start running out of, what is it? Our Big Twist stock. So that way we can keep doing Big Twist stuff for a little while, because it's my favorite yarn. Hirschner's is good, don't get me wrong. Hirschner's is good. It's just not my favorite. But I'm going to have to learn to like it, right? And, oh my gosh, my chat's just not going. All right, Luis, awesome. And I got to mute this real quick. I had something stuck in my throat. Yeah, and Quilted Crochet, like this this dark teal really does show the stitch pattern really well. I'm glad I went with it. It comes across really well on camera. Of course, whenever I do the actual tutorial, I'm gonna have to pick something else because my phone is doing it justice, whereas my filming camera will not do it justice. Yes, exactly, Andre. Stock up on the big twist as much as you can because it's going to be gone. When Joann's is gone, it's because it's a subsidiary Joann's, it's gone. Now, hopefully they can just sell that off and somebody else buys it. But, you know, just go ahead and stock up. It's rock bottom prices right now. If it says it's on Doorbuster, you can't use codes with it. However, Vortex at $2.99 when it's going to be $6 or $7.99. You know, right now it's on sale till at least the 12th. Because the current sale that's going on was supposed to end on the 21st. Well, they extended it to the 12th, which should tell you some things. It should tell you some things about what's happening and how fast it's going to happen. So stock up as you can. Now, if it's not a doorbuster item, use your codes. Like I'm gonna put a code into the chat right now. It was a code that I was able to get just for my members, but since Joann's is gone or going out and they discontinued the affiliate program, the code can only be used just regularly now and not attached to my affiliate. So I'm going to put a code in here that is going to give you 25% off your purchase over 50 bucks. Let me write this out real quick. 25%. Where's my dollar sign? There it is. Let me make sure I type that right, so I'm not giving y'all the wrong code and you're not getting anything out of it. RN25RM. Okay, so I'm going to put this code in here now. That's a code you can use to get 25% off $50. I got that. I was able to go get that code for my members, but now that Joann's is doing what Joann's is doing, it can go to everybody. So if you want to buy some yarn, and you can use it online, which means you can actually use it for your pickup orders. So you can use it there. So if you can do, if your Joann's is stocked enough to where they can do pickup orders, you can use the code there. You can't use my affiliate link no more because I got the email saying they're discontinuing the affiliate program, and then 30 minutes later, and I was like, what's going on? And then 30 minutes later, the bankruptcy was announced. So I learned without learning, about it. Well, hello, Jack. How are you doing? Sam. Oh my goodness, girl. Hi, MG57. I am doing pretty good. I'm gonna be up all day and night because I have an appointment Monday morning. I have to be awake for. Normally, I don't get out of bed now till 4 p.m. So I need to be awake. So I'm gonna stay up tonight, and I'm gonna be filming the stitch for Monday here probably in about 5 or 6 hours, and it's gonna be an easy one. It's just something you're gonna need to know for date night, which is the wrap, and it's Tunisian. It's the Tunisian crochet Picot border. And you need to know it if you want to do the date night wrap. So it's going to be an easy tutorial. And then Tuesday, I'm going to start filming the scarf. And the scarf, it's linked hearts. It's just, and the hearts kind of, they stick out on their own. You can do that stuff. It's easy. And so that'll come out. And then, of course, then date night. And then we'll do a Inside the Yarn Studio on the 14th. And then I believe 14th. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. What's over here? Look at my calendar. Then the 21st, I think the Trident triangular scarf is coming out. And then on March 7th is when I'll have a slouchy come out. Hi, Lenny. Eileen. I remembered. And then I'm hoping to have this blanket, and starting, this blanket is the slower one. Barb, everything I do on my channel is Tunisian. Everything is Tunisian. The heart scarf is Tunisian. Everything is Tunisian. And welcome, Karen. Thank you for joining. Hi, SL Smith. Sandy. And hi, Fuzzy Butt. Let me get the heart scarf and I'll show you. Oh, it's all about increase and decrease and being able in it. No worries, Barbara. No worries at all. Sorry, I'm in my fat boy clothes, sweats and all that. But you can see how the, oh my goodness, Michael. The hearts, they stand out on their own. You know, of course, you'll have to block it once it's done. And with acrylics, it's just steam blocking. And it'll hold out on its own. And they just stay. And I just show you how to do it. That's something easy. It's quick. It took me... Them's weekend clothes. These are around the house clothes. And it's quick. That scarf, and this, I actually made it up really long. It's almost 7 feet long, because I got carried away. I wasn't counting. And that scarf took 2 days, plus doing other stuff around the house. Jess. The tutorial for this will come out on Friday. What day is that? I don't know. The 31st. It'll come out the 31st. I was going to do a matching headband, but I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to try to get things done, and that's why I'm. If I don't release, if the members don't see, and on Wednesday, if you don't see a photo on Wednesday, like this is what's coming up for the tutorial, then it's going to be an Inside the Yarn Studio thing. I'm trying to not put so much pressure on myself, because I have put a lot of pressure on myself. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Roseanne. And I see some questions. I'll get to them here in just a moment. Sorry. So I'm trying to, like, just do it when I get it done, and instead of putting a lot of pressure on myself. I put a lot on myself, and I'm just trying not to, hey, Robin, not have that pressure. So, you know, there may be 2 weeks in a row it's going to be an Inside the Yarn Studio, just because I don't want all that pressure. And plus, this year is the year of blankets from MDL Crochet for my channel. I have so many blankets I want to get to. I don't think I'm going to get through all 23 this year, but I'm going to do my darndest. Some of these are going to be fast, easy blankets with stitches that have never been seen, and some of them are going to be a little bit slower. And they're, this one's a little bit slower just because of the mix of type of stitches. Because the smock stitch slows you down, because you got to make sure you have 6 smock stitches, that you're doing at least 3 pull-ups and 3 yarn overs, or vice versa. Uh, then the next blanket I have after this, I don't even have a name for it yet, because I have it worked up in my head. I don't have it worked up actual yet. That's the very next blankets after this. And it's going to be in, I'm still debating on the colors, because it'll look great in two different colors that I have. So I'm still debating, because it's going to be double 2 colors. It has to be a minimum of 2 colors, be in order to get it to do what I want it to do. So I am working with that. And then the very next one after that is the ones I was just showing with the Hirschner's yarns, the individual ones that I bought, which in my head it works up as an Oriental themed blanket. I don't know if it's going to work out that way. In order to keep it straight in my head, I just call it the Oriental themed blanket. It may not even look Oriental. There's one that I have in my head that I call it the spider blanket. It looks, when you actually do the stitch, it looks nothing like a spider. But that's just what my mind is associating with that blanket. So that's what I wrote it down as that. And yeah. And then there's another one that's, I'm naming surprise, because literally the stitch isn't a surprise. It's just when I see the stitch pattern worked up, it yells surprise. So, but let me get up here. I know I missed some stuff. I know somebody asked me what my favorite colorway of the Vortex is. My favorite, because if you can go on the app, if you can go on Joann's app, you can actually see the view like this. That's how you'll get the view like that, and then like that. And Northern Lights, Neon Rainforest, and Birds of Paradise. Those are my 3. Hi, D, sweetheart. So those are my 3 favorites. I'm gonna go up here and see if I missed anybody else, because I did. and there's not much left online. There's really not, because people are panic buying, which is fine. Panic buy, because that's less for the liquidators to sell. And the liquidators, depending on the company that buys to liquidate, sometimes they do drop prices, but the liquidators that are in the running to buy, they raise prices to liquidate. And they sell everything from shelves to dressing room doors. They sell it all. Okay. Thank you all about the scarf. Thank you. I still can't get over Jess's comment. I'm looking homeless right now. And hi, Roseanne. Let me see if I missed anybody that came in. I like, hi, Lauren. Sweet Kitty. Robin. Kitra. Just making sure I haven't missed any questions either. And I can't wait till you make it, Amber. I can't wait till you make it. Let's see. Making sure I just saw a new name. Where did I see it? Hi, React Black. How are you doing? Oh, I did. How do you keep your Tunisian work straight? That can be React Black. To your question, I know Panda answered it some, but a thing a lot of people don't do, and literally for years of me doing Tunisian crochet, I didn't do it because I didn't know. Everything I've read, nobody said anything about it. how to keep it from leaning is you have your end stitch, right? You have that end stitch. You need to make sure you're splitting that end stitch right where it needs to go. You have, instead of just pulling up from the my regular crochet needle, instead of going in and pulling up your loop like a lot of people do on that end stitch, just pull up a loop on the outside. That causes a lean. You see this chevron right there. Oh my gosh, camera. Well, there's a chevron right there. And you need to split that chevron because it has a back bar to it too, an inside little bar. If you split that chevron, when you pull up your last loop, that'll stop the lean on the left side. To stop the lean on the right side, you just tighten it up a little bit, and that'll get it going. Ooh, sorry, I just saw somebody say something. Joann. I normally look at this stuff on my a new 10th colorway, and it's called what? Oh, Super Bloom, and it's, oh, I can't even see it here. Goodness gracious. But yeah, okay, I can see the colors. But wow. That looks very retro to me though. Not retro, but cabiny. I don't know how to, yeah. And then the other thing you can do, React Black, when you're doing it, and this is how I teach it, it's like we're at the end, right? Just take your needle, pull it back just a little bit before you do your end stitch, and rotate your needle down to the row you just closed off, fold over, and your needle goes right into where it needs to go 99% of the time. It's just an easy little simple trick, you know. There's a lot of tricks that I have learned in the almost 15 years of doing it. I've been passing them off to the Panda as when I can. But he, and it's going to, depending on, it's also very, 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 very tension dependent. And he's right on that big time, even though he has the tightest tension I know. Oh, hi, Catherine. How are you doing, Miss Rose Garland? Krista, I just love Tunisian. Like, I just love Tunisian crochet. Tunisian crochet to me is very relaxing and it's very therapeutic. And I look forward to getting something done so I can teach it. I just love it. And Laura Twisted Stitch is about a tea-cow. That I was planning on doing this year, but there's stitches that are in my line to teach that I want in that tea-cow that are going to be coming out at the later part of this year because I have everything organized in a spreadsheet of where I want the stitches to come out, and there's reasons for that. And the texture, because I want it to be a very, very textured tea-cow blanket, cabin throw. And some of those stitches aren't going to come out till the end of the year, so, or closer to the end of the last quarter of the year. So I've kind of moved my tea-cow back to start in 2016. And there's Sweet D. And hi, Lisa. And Lisa. Hi, Patty. Patty, my headaches. Oh my. Thank you so much, Robin. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh wow. Oh wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo, girl. Whew. Oh, but my headaches are they're okay. They're just, just the medication. It's kind of an annoyance headache. I have to take some Tylenol. It helps get rid of a good amount of it till the Tylenol comes back, and then oh my goodness. Then it comes back, and then I take more Tylenol or ibuprofen, and I kind of alternate because ibuprofen helps the swelling in my legs. So, oh, sorry, I'm just trying not to become a wet bag over here. Oh my gosh. I'm glad React Black that helped. I'm really am. And thank you, Lisa. I tried my best. And hi, Lisa, other Lisa. Hi, Steel Sky. How are you? And Jess, I love, of course, everybody knows my love for Tunisian. I love the fabrics it creates. Like, seriously, let me get date night. I gotta unpin you. Don't mind what's on her hoo-ha here. It's the notes for this. But like, okay, if I would have done this stitch in a 4-weight, it comes out real bulky. But I used a 2-weight for this stitch, and you could just see how gorgeous this stitch pattern. Is that even the right way? Heck, no, it's not, Michael. How gorgeous that stitch pattern is. It's got the starburst stitch, which just came out. Of course, we're going to be talking about the picot border, or doing the tutorial on the picot border on Monday. And then the following week, which the week this comes out, we'll be doing the stitch pattern that I created for this. And that took some time to figure out what I wanted and how I wanted it. But thank you. That's what I love about Tunisian is it creates such a nice if you do it in a 4-weight, 3-weight, it creates a nice thick fabric. But you could take those same stitches that you did in the 3-weight and 4-weight and do them in a 2-weight, and it's still a nice thick fabric. But it's got more drape, more give, more elegance, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh. I'm reading. I'm over here now, getting to Robin's message. Thank you again so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much. And hi, Marine. How are you doing? I love that you love to teach. I just started Tunisian, bought a whole set of needles, and you got it. I mean, as soon as you get those needles and you understand, and if you at least, like I tell people when they want to get into Tunisian crochet, you at least, only thing you got to learn or got to know before you start Tunisian crochet is just how to do a chain. Because the rest is done from the chain. The chain is the only thing that crochet has in common, besides dealing with yarn and a slip knot. The rest change. If you know how to do a chain, then Tunisian, you can learn Tunisian. Karen H, no, I'm a Leo. I'm just organized because it's like it keeps me going. If I'm not organized, don't look at my yarn. That's a different story. With the little bit y'all get to see on inside the yarn studio, that's organized. The rest, no. It's I can't say that. It's all on totes. Organized. It is organized. Who am I kidding? I've got little labels on the totes. It says this is it's variegated yarn. That it's this variegations, or it's these colorways in there, and how many are in each tote. That, yeah, but I'm a Leo. Still can't. Thank you again, Robin. And thank you, Karen Morley, for joining too. Let's see. Oh my gosh, chat just jumped. I gotta see where I was just at. There we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to get back. The Panda just said though about the whole organization. Like, if you saw what was actually what my desk looked like, it's not organized. I mean, I just got stuff. It's organized to me. And then there's a dresser I have right here that has all my other crafting type stuff in it. It's got my beads that I'm going to be using in some of my crochet projects. It's got a bunch of other stuff in there. I-cord makers. That's just in there. It's not organized. Don't open a drawer. You ain't going to get it closed again. Lisa, no, I haven't tried peppermint oil because my headaches are caused by a medication, and it's a nitro based medication, so they're always going to stay. It keeps my vessels dilated, so I'm always going to have the headache no matter what I try. It's just I can try to lessen it. Literally these energy drinks, because of the caffeine, it helps alleviate headache, not alleviate but lessen it quite a bit. Let's see if I'm missing anything. Yeah, and Jess, pressure really can mess with those headaches too, especially when, people that are in chronic pain like we are, they really do mess with us. And Lord Twisting Stitches, ever since I thought about doing a tea-cow, I really, really wanted it to be textured. I didn't want, like, there's some great tea-cows out there. Knitter Knotter's got one. It's on the pricier side to do. So she's got one. There's plenty of people, but what I have seen them do, it's not what I've envisioned. I want a nice cabin throw. I want it textured, and I want it to look, I don't know, cool. If that makes sense. So there's a few stitches that I've already done that I want in it. I just got to get the other ones doing to get there too. Hi, the Crafty Gypsy. How are y'all doing? And that the yarn that I used in the date night wrap is, oh my gosh, it's in the closet behind me, but I can't open the closet because the blanket's on it. Let's go to Joann. It was part of the winter. I can find it pretty easy. I just gotta find it right. But it was part of the winter, and it was the purples ones, and it just are pinks and purples, and it screamed, yeah, winter, and it was called, well, I knew that, Peppermint Swirl, and it, oh my gosh, it was, as soon as I saw it, I knew what I wanted to make with it. I still have 2.5 skeins left of it, or cakes left of it. There's like 500. I have the stats right here. What am I doing? I guess I don't have. Well, they didn't put the whole stats on here. It says it's a 3-weight. It is not a 3-weight. That I can guarantee you. That is not a 3-weight. Their website has it oh so wrong. It is a 2-weight. Definitely not a 3-weight. And oh, it's 601 yards in it in their cakes, and I used 4.5 on it, and it's just because one of the stitches is in it. It's a yarn eater. The starburst stitch is a yarn eater. Let's see what else we got going on. Thank you, Maureen. I'm just trying my best to give y'all possibilities of what you can and can't do, and I'll be telling Panda, we'll be sitting there and I'll be telling him, I want to do this, but I don't think I can. He looks at me and says, you'll find a way. Because I don't watch other Tunisian channels. I don't watch other um, tutorial channels because I don't want to do something, because I know there's not an original idea out there, but I don't want to do something and get blamed. Oh, you took it from my channel. Yeah, I mean, yes, we have some original ideas, original stitch patterns, but you know, like a lot of the ideas that we've all been doing, blankets over and over, different stitches, just different combinations. You know, there's just, that's about how we can get original with things. So I don't want to be blamed. Well, you saw it on this channel. No, I didn't. And that's why I don't really watch a lot of other tutorial channels, because I don't want that blame. I've seen that happen to other creators a few years ago when I was watching other creators. You know, there was tissy fits back and forth. And I'm like, I don't want any of that drama. Uh, and React Black, please keep trying. You know, I am redoing my earlier tutorials to make them. One, I had a different camera. Two, I've learned a lot in the past year and some change since I've been doing tutorials. It's angles, and my angles have changed. So I'm slowly refilming the older ones and I'm keeping the older ones up, but I'm putting the new ones out tomorrow or tonight after I film the Pico border, edit it and get it out to the members, and then everybody else on Monday. I'm also going to film the knit stitch and full stitch and the reverse stitch. Just refilm them, edit them, and just upload them, because, yeah. I'm glad to see someone else likes Tunisian crochet. I know your headaches are from the nitro. I have silent migraines daily. I understand the taxing headache daily sucks. It does, Patty, but, you know, it doesn't slow me down. Well, I can't say that. It does slow me down, but I don't let it stop me. You know, with all my issues that I have, nothing stopped me. And you can ask Panda. I just keep going. They tell me I'm not supposed to walk. I walk and break the leg. You know, I don't let I don't let nothing really stop me, unless it's my stomach. That's about the only thing I'll let stop me. Well, thank you, Rachel. Panda, he's finally, I'm finally teaching him. He's been stuck on certain combination of stitches. He loves the honeycomb stitch, and I get it. The honeycomb stitch is great. You can change up the honeycomb, the way it looks, by changing colors on the return pass, and you can change it up. I mean, I have a video on that, video tutorial, and you can enhance the honeycomb a lot. Same with the smock stitch. You can enhance it by changing your color on your return pass. Let's see if oh my gosh, why did it jump? Yeah, and Christian, caffeine does constrict blood vessels, which is kind of counteracting what nitro does, which lessens my headaches. Because nitro just opens them up, and so the brains get a flood of blood, and that's what causes the headaches on the nitro. But with the caffeine, since it's a vasoconstrictor, you know, it's kind of counteracting it a little bit. Good night, Frizzy. Let me see. I started one from Jada and Stitches a couple of years ago, but it didn't hold my interest. Yeah, regarding a crochet along. And I'm not saying, you know, they don't put a lot of thought into what they're doing, because they do. It's just I wanted something very texture for my Tunisian, my first crochet along. I wanted to have a lot of texture. Sorry about that. Hi, Carol. And React Black. Is it possible to do 2-color smock stitch, like where the raised diamond pattern? Yes, React Black. You just change your color on your return pass. And the way you change your color is you'll do your in stitch in the forward pass color, and then just switch it right there. So your chain 1, and then your yarn over and pull through 2s will be the new color. And I'll do video on that too, because it's all little tips and tricks you learn. People don't really teach, and I'm not one to hold back all these tips and tricks because to me, if you're holding back tips and tricks or little stuff like that, you're hindering the process of people wanting to learn. And my whole goal a year and some change ago, when I hit the first video upload, was to get more people to try Tunisian crochet. And that goal is going on. And I love that goal is, I've taught more people, and Tunisian crochet has gotten out more into the spotlight. That's what I wanted. And I just want to, and then the other thing I wanted is get all these 413 stitches plus, actually now it's 417, out there. Let's see. And Robin, thank you. It's just, yeah. It's maroon. Let's see. Yeah. Good night, Carol. Oh, you're welcome, React Black. And hi, Sharon. And hi, Ricky. Hi, how are you doing? But, there's just, I like to share. Now, there's some things, of course, we do hold back. But actually, I don't hold anything back. Some creators do. I don't. Some creators won't let you see behind the scenes. Mikey does it. I do it. Every now and then I've gone live while I'm filming. I've gone live while I'm editing. There's a lot of people who don't like doing that. Juan has gone live while he's filming. There's just a lot of people who don't do that. And there's no reason to hold back. It's just, I think by people holding back, that hurts our community. That hurts not only just our community. I think it hurts the learning process. And then there's people who also want to become a crochet channel, and they don't know anything about what it entails. Being a crochet channel isn't just sitting here. Well, it can be just sitting here and chatting and showing off yarn and showing off your makes, and then you got the Tunisian crochet channels. Oh my gosh. Then you have the crochet tutorial channels, which is this, which is also working and filming and showing those aspects. And because I know there's people that are sitting out there, and even in my audience right now, probably sitting there wondering, should I push that button? Which this is what I've been asked, and I'll tell you all right now. If you are contemplating pushing that button, make a list of what you want to do. Make a list of what you don't want to do. And if your list is for a tutorial channel, well, write that on that list down what you want your tutorials to look like. Do you want your tutorials to have music? Do you want your tutorials to be 5 minutes long and just show one stitch over and, how do you want it to be done? And it takes a lot of work. To be a stitch tutorial or a tutorial channel, it does take a lot of work. I'm not saying it doesn't take a lot of work for the sit down and chat yarn channels. That takes a lot of work too, because the biggest thing to get over is this right here. Going live. That is the biggest thing that a lot of us have issues. 10 minutes before we go live, a lot of us, our anxiety will go through the roof. Our nerves, you name it. And then once we hit that live, it's a different story. Once we hit go live, it's a different story. Some people use scripts when they go live because it helps them. Me, I just whatever comes to my mind. and whatever we talk about in chat, I'll let you guys direct where we're going. You know, if that means we're going to take a right turn down Hooterville, we go down a right turn down Hooterville. Hi, library lady. And tutorials are hard. They can be hard. You know, some people get nervous before they start recording their tutorials. I don't. I get nervous before I hit that go live button. And, you know, there's just so much that goes through your mind, that goes through you go through so many different feelings before you hit the live or before you do what you're going to do. Either film a tutorial or just sit there and talk and show off yarn. There's so much that goes through your body and your mind. And some people, it is hard to deal with. It really is. And some people, it's not. You know, literally when I first started, when I was doing tutorials, all I wanted was just to show my hands. I was going to be doing stitches. I didn't want to show my face. I didn't want to show anything. You know, I just was going to show my hands, and then, I don't know, I just got a wild hair up my rear end and said, I'm going live. And that was the end of that. I still get the anxiety before my live. I do get that, you know. So it does. You just got to be able to process it and have an outlet. You know, my outlet is crochet. That is my outlet. I love it to death. If I get angry, or, you know, if I'm dealing with places that make me angry, like the VA, I crochet. You know, Panda, if he makes me angry, I just throw him chicken nuggets and we're good. Scatter them on the ground. No, I'm just kidding. But you just got to find your outlet that works for you to deal with your nerves. Don't be afraid to hit that go live button. Don't be afraid to record. You know, at least with recording, you can cut out your mistakes. You know, there are people that record that don't edit. You know, but tutorial channels where we're doing constant stitch workups or item makes, we do a lot of editing. So you need to get comfortable with that. You need to get comfortable with your own voice. I know a lot of people don't like their voice. I'm one. I hate listening to myself whenever I'm editing. But you gotta get comfortable with it. Let's see what I'm at. I'm not nervous to go live. I've been on Jax's and yes, it's just when it comes to me on my own. And that's what was for me, Jess. My very first live was I was afraid to do it on myself. And my very first live was with IVB and Jen. Them two put me so much at ease with it. Let's see. Last night I took the dogs out at 12 a.m. Before bed, I went and sitting there and... Hold on one second. Well, Robin. And look, Mom, no hands. The thought of live scares a lot of people. But you know, if you can find an outlet to help relaxes you before, like I told Fluffy Boots Creation, she was scared. Amber, she was scared. So what I told them, I was like, just sit there before you go live. Have that thing staring at you for 10 minutes before you go live. Close your eyes and control your breathing. Take slow, deep breaths. And as soon as you get calm, hit the live button. Just hit it. You're calm and you're going to stay calm. And it worked out with them. So it'll make it so easy on yourself. And yes, Jess, behind the scenes, it can be, it can be nasty at times. Like I said yesterday, what's been happening to me, and it can be nasty. But the part of being a creator, you got to have thick skin. That's the biggest thing you can do is have a thick skin. Don't let people dictate you. Man, I got. Indy, you are not a hot mess, girl. I don't know what you're talking about. And thank you, lady, library lady. I'm just trying, I got to make it easy on myself. Don't put all the pressure on myself, which I have been doing for the past year. I know that's not good for me. But if I'm not under pressure, I'm not going to get the things done. But I will. Good night, Fuzzy Butt. And yeah, I like D. Everybody I watch, like I do watch a lot of people because I'm here. I mean, I'm stitching all the time, and if I'm not watching, 9 times out of 10, I'm filming or cooking dinner or sleeping. That's about it. That's about it. But I do watch a lot of people. I don't comment a lot. Sometimes I do comment. Sometimes I get carried away commenting. And I almost let the nasty win once. I walked away for a year before I decided to try again. It hurt my growth, but not my love for sharing what I love to make. And exactly, Bridget, I'm not letting the nasty win. I'm giving it. I'm stepping back just a little bit. They're not going to win. I'm just going to step back a little bit because, in retrospect, it's something I need to do for myself anyway. A little bit. They're not going to get their full. No. Let's see. And Jess, my mouth. That's why. That's another reason why I'm glad. Um, I edit because my mouth. I have a sailor. I'm a sailor. I did so many years in the Navy. I mean, that's where me and Panda met. I have a sailor's mouth. Here it's. I have to watch myself when I'm live. When I'm filming, I don't have to watch myself, but I have to cut it out. And Rachel, what I think about StreamYard, if you have anxiety because of people watching you, don't use StreamYard. Because StreamYard has this freaking eyeball that's red and it's staring at you in the face. And yeah, it's up at the top of the screen, but it's big and it's bright and it's red and it tells you numbers beside it that tells you how many people. That gets my anxiety. Where I'm going live from YouTube, the app, or yeah, the YouTube app, it's way up here at the very top of the screen, a tiny little thing, and it's not glaring in your face. So it doesn't bother my anxiety. And D, exactly. And I would if I had post-it notes. We don't carry post-it notes because they'd be all used up. But I don't want the post-it note glue on my LCD screens that I have for my PC. Ricky. Okay, so what did I miss here? Sorry if I've missed any questions or anything. The chat's just been jumpy. I agree, Karen H. Michael. My voice is so soothing. Thank you, Karen Morley. Make sure I didn't. I sound like one of your cousins. I don't know what happened to my chat. It's all over the place. It keeps jumping. And it's showing my timestamps in different places. I so you can imagine, yeah, D, right? My dad was a truck driver for many years, and sometimes his kind of got really close to like sailor mouthish, and I'm like, whoa. Sandra, I tell you what though, that Christmas stream live that I did, I was like, there was that first 7 hours, I was like, I can't monetize that live. I can't. I've already got the message from YouTube that says, no, you can't do it. So the first 7 hours of that Christmas live, because of that, I could not monetize. Oh, that's awesome, Robin. It is acting. I don't know if it's just a YouTube glitch going on, but literally it's showing my timestamps all over the place. Because I like to have my chats everywhere, and anybody else's. I like to have the timestamp next to their name. Well, it's showing, timestamps at 10:10, and then below it it'll say, like say 10. I'm just using an example. It's 10:15, and then above it it'll say, it's all over the place. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just YouTube messing up. And Thrifty, like everybody thinks because we're monetized that we make a killing. We don't. Tell you the ones who do make a killing, the gaming channels. But they got the gaming is a lot harder of a niche to grow in than, let's just say, crochet. Because there's gaming channels literally are dime a dozen. And it's hard for them to grow. But when they get there, that's when their sponsorships, they can get sponsorships from all the gaming companies. They make the money. Crochet channels, we don't make the money. Literally what I make from YouTube didn't cover that order from Hirschner's. And that's fine. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I want to teach and I want to get everything I know out there, because I know there's some great Tunisian channels out there. TL Yarncraft, she's great. There's Nastasia when she does Tunisian, she's great. But they're not solely Tunisian. I want to be solely Tunisian, and those channels also just show certain stitches. They don't go too far into other stitches. There's not many channels that have the Tunisian Alpine stitch or the Tunisian Star stitch, or the Tunisian Houndstooth. There's not a lot of and I want to just get them all out there. Well, hello, Liz Crochet More, but welcome. How are you doing? You throw your Adderall at the YouTube. And that's why I'm sticking solely to Tunisian crochet, because my stitch tutorials are scheduled out until now, because because since I'm doing a picot border, I didn't have that really planned. I'm doing the stitch patterns February something of 2031, and that stitch that keeps growing the more I find. And Liz, I'm doing great. Just wanted to take a break from my crocheting and all that happy stuff and just chit chat. It's Saturday night. Just sit there and talk. And yeah, Panda really needs to get back to doing a few more lives. I've told him he needs to, but he's like, "I got blankets to make. I need blankets to make." Mm-hmm. But yeah, here I am. I'm the one buying him the yarn that he asks for, so I'm like, he'll be like, I have this thing in my head, so I get the colors for him. That's the funny part of it, though, babe. Is your vocalness. That's what makes it funny. That's what makes it cool, good to watch. I watch. I mean, yeah. Um, Krista, that is a good question. I never really looked into that. In the 14, 15 years I've been doing Tunisian, I've never really looked into it. Nope. I guess I just came accustomed to what they have. I don't know. I just never really looked into it. Let's crochet. I love Tunisian crochet. Like it's a passion of mine. Ever since I discovered it 14, 15 years ago, it's just a huge passion of mine. I love it. There's just so many different types of textures and stitches you can do that, and a lot of these that I've done in the past month and a half to 2 months have never seen the light of day. And there's just so much you can do, and I just love it. You know, if you can do it in crochet and knit, you can do it in Tunisian. Well, like this, who asked about the hooks again? Krista, this is the hook of the one I'm using right now. It's the metal. But don't let that fool you. That is pretty sharp. Where did I put it? No. Nope, this ain't it. This ain't the one I was looking for. And this is the one I absolutely love. This is my favorite. It is wooden. And it's I love it. This is my favorite set. It's the Knitted Fried Ginger, but I have all mine pre-strung and ready to go, so I can just pull it, go to work. And I'm when I'm trying to work up something fast, I'll use the metal hooks because it makes the return pass faster. If I want to make something, because like the stitch combination I'm using on the Aisha blanket, the Ireland blanket, the stitch combination I'm using here, it doesn't need to be slowed down to where I need to emphasize the stitch. It doesn't get hidden because of the stitch pattern. If it is a stitch pattern that needs me to slow down and help emphasize the stitch, I will use my wooden ones, like I did with my date night wrap here, because I wanted the stitch pattern to be emphasized, because I think it was going to get lost in all that color. So I wanted it to emphasize. So each type of hook has their use. And Liz, if you know crochet, if you can make a chain, you can do Tunisian crochet. It is easy. That's the only, some of our stitches look similar, but if you can do a chain, then you can do Tunisian crochet. Yes, Krista. Most of my actual tutorials, I will use my wooden ones because they do purposely slow me down to where I can actually teach the stitch better. And the way I teach is repetition, 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 repetition. 90% of us in this world, I think, learn from repetition. With repetition, so that's why my stitch tutorials are 15, 20 minutes long, because I don't want you to have to rewind. I don't want you to have to rewind and see, what did I do? And I go nice and slow so you can do it. and that way you get what the stitch is, and you see how it's supposed to be done. And then I also talk about what can happen. What was that? Inline crochet hooks. This is specifically useful if you are a beginner, as the neck and the shaft are the same width, which ensures your stitch tension is uniform. Yes. Yeah, Robin. Yeah. And especially with Tunisian crochet, just like regular crochet. Good night, library. Tunisian. Oh my God, why did I say it 3 times? I don't know. It's like some magical genie's gonna come out and give me yarn. Tension is your best friend. You gotta learn your tension. Now, there's sometimes you're gonna go tight, sometimes you're gonna go loose. I'm one of the, I don't want to say lucky people, but my tension throughout all my projects is always the same. You can, all right. The tension you see in the Isa blanket is the same tension I use in the Gigabyte. Same tension I used in Enigma. Same tension I used in Bunny Meadows, in the date wrap, in the scarf. My tension is consistent. Don't know how I developed consistent tension, but I did. And I am thankful I did. Because otherwise my stuff would be a hot mess. And Michael wouldn't have a channel. Well, thank you, Lisa. I mean, I try to put out the best work I can, and I don't notice some things that slip through. I'm supposed to be wearing glasses, and sometimes what I think is blurry to me is too sharp, and some things I don't think is blurry to me is blurry. So there's been times I've had to pull the tutorial down, redo it, because it came out too blurry. I didn't know this. And sometimes the camera just doesn't help. What's up? Sorry if I missed anything. Oh, Andrea. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you all. Let me see what I missed from D first. If I missed anything, I can't see it. Why? I'm not gonna be able to tell you. It's still all over the darn place. Oh my gosh. Jess, the only time I do wear my glasses is when I'm driving. I don't really wear them at home unless we're sitting in the living room because we have a projector for our TV. Then I'll wear my glasses, but 9 times out of 10, I don't wear them here in the house. I don't need to. I should be when I'm editing. Because then I'll know if it comes out, but yeah. But that has rarely happened, so we're good on that. The only other time I've had to pull a video down was my Enigma blanket, left-handed. It wasn't left-handed, so I had to take it down and redo it. Yeah, and just Thrifty, exactly. People are going to watch when they watch. You know, if they're watching from the PC, they can have 3 or 4, 5 streams up. If they're watching from the phone, they're going to pick who they want to watch. So you're going to step on toes no matter what you do. And if you're going to, don't situate your schedule around other people. Then you'll never be able to go live. And I know it's hard to say that, for me to say that, because I did it in the beginning, and I would never have gone live if I was doing that. So just do when you need to, when you can. That's all you got to do, is just when you can. But I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all so much for watching and hanging out with me tonight for this past hour and almost a half. You guys have been awesome. You're all great. I love you all so much. And you have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you sometime this next week. Have a good night. I'm going to tickle your noses. Boop. And good night.